Okay. Hey, this is Tim. I'm here with Doug Hall. We just realized we both live in Orlando. That's how cool we are. So, Doug, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I came up here thinking it'd be cool, and it's just hot.
Not at all.
It's hot as all blazes. So, what is your role with the Blue Stars?
With Blue Stars, I am a visual tech, but I also help our members really relate to the show on an emotional level and help them bring a character to the football field so that we have an emotional connection to the audience, so that the audience can have that story that we're trying to tell, and they have an understanding of what we're trying to tell with the Call of the Wild show.
Okay, so first of all, it's a cool show.
Thank you.
It's cool that you're taking us to a cold place in the middle of the summer. All this is really interesting. So trying to teach them character development, how do you do that with non-performers?
With non-performers, it's really getting them to be comfortable with being uncomfortable on the football field. We're asking them to really live in an emotion and that we don't typically live in on a day-to-day basis. So we really do a lot of exercises that help us explore environments and how our bodies move through those environments and how we relate to each other on the field and being comfortable with relating with each other on the field, so that when we get to the football field, that when we're trying to portray a certain emotion or a certain part of the story, it's natural for us to be comfortable stepping outside of our skin as a human and really bringing to life a character that helps tell the story of Call of the Wild.
Okay, that's really cool. So a lot of people describe that as doing like improvisational stuff and all. Is that part of the process?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of improv to it. There's understanding how to flip from one emotion to another, and it's just really letting yourself relate and pull yourself out of who you are every single day, and just to be able, it's like a release and escape, and that's what we want to do as ourselves, but also we want to provide that for our audience. So really diving into the improv and just really understanding how to be larger than life, but also being clear and concise with all of our movements.
Okay, very cool. So somebody told me that the members have been developing their own sort of character story or background. So can you talk about that? Because that's a really interesting technique.
Yeah, so last year with the Once and Future Carpenter, we started this almost like a biography for the members, that they created their own Carpenter story, and it went really well. The members took it to heart, and they created some really elaborate stories so that when they're out on the football field, that they can almost relate to their own story, which is going to obviously really develop ours. So then from that, we once again wanted to bring that to life with our Call of the Wild. So we asked them, hey, you're a wilderness explorer, create your wilderness explorer identity, and what are struggles that you experience in the wild, and what are some of the environmental challenges that you experience in the wild, and just so that they, when they're out in the football field, they have something to relate to other than just saying, okay, be really triumphant, or now you want to have a grit and determination. They can just relate to a little bit more.
So that strikes me as being an incredibly smart way to get non-performers to sort of get into character. So if they make up the whole story, they have the backstory, they know sort of who they are in the show. That's just a great technique. I love that idea.
Yeah, I think it's all about just really being willing to be vulnerable, and it's stepping outside of your comfort zone. And when you buy into it, our members really buy into it. That's what makes it successful, and that's what helps bring the Call of the Wild to life. And it's a very clear image of what we're trying to portray and what story we're trying to come across with Call of the Wild this year.
Well, I can't wait to see the show live tonight and see these characters come to life. This is great advice, I think, for anybody trying to do this with their own group, so thank you for explaining it to me.
Yeah, thank you.
You're doing great work.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And maybe I'll see you in Orlando now that we know that we're both there. All right, thanks a whole lot.
Thank you.
Find other interviews and videos from top DCI designers, instructors, and marchers, behind-the-scenes videos, interviews, and podcasts from winter camps, spring training, traveling during the season, and performances, all at marchingartseducation.com/DCI-2019. The Marching Roundtable is proud to be an official media partner of Drum Corps International.